Welcome back to the art studio. It is now Tuesday. Monday was a lot of paperwork and just kind of business work, so I didn't record anything. Today we're gonna get right into the work because we need to frame a bunch of these infinity pendants. So these here are the pendants that I'm going to be working on. I'm not even sure if we have enough material to make all these pendants. Hopefully so. If not, I'm gonna have to buy some more. The first thing we gotta do is build a frame around the sides of the pendants. We're gonna start with this fine silver bezel wire. We're gonna be using this to build a frame around the sides of the pendant like that. Now we're going to take this fine silver wire here, we're going to bend it into a square, then we'll solder it to the bottom of the frame. That way the glass has something to rest on when we put it inside the frame. This is the current state of the 3 frames. As you can see, the glass will sit inside like that. I sanded down the bottom so it's nice and flat. Next up, we're gonna cut away the corners on the frames. That way it'll be a lot easier for us to bend the metal over and we won't have like a weird kink in the corners. This here is about as far as we're getting tonight. It's getting late. Still have to solder on the bail, which is what the chain is going to feed through. After we attach the bail, we can then polish the entire frame. We'll then bend the metal around the glass so it holds it in place. But since it is the end of the night, we're gonna pack everything up and we'll pick up on this project tomorrow. The pendants are now complete. I'm really happy with the way they turned out. I really like the blue on this one. It has a really deep color to it. This one here is a little bit more pastel. It's also a bit more basic in shape, but I actually really like these colors. It's kind of like a light blue, sort of a green. Here is the third one. This is the fractured piece that we made. I really like the fractured technique because you see all those different colors inside of it. Now that we're all done with the pendants, I'm gonna put those away, and now we're gonna go move on to another project that we can hopefully finish today. The last thing we have to do today is to make a stand out of this piece of glass. For those of you that saw the last infinity sculpture that we made, that sort of arrowhead looking piece, you'll know that there wasn't actually a base for it to sit on. It kind of just sat flat on the table. So I'm gonna turn this here into a little stand for it to sit on. That way it has kind of a nicer look. You can see there's a chip in the corner of the glass that we have to fix, and there's a small chip right here as well. For this stand, I'm going to grind away the glass past that big chip right there so it's back to being square. Once that's done, we're then gonna add a little bit of a taper, kind of like a 45-degree, all the way around the glass. And before the night came to an end, we managed to finish the stand. It's got a nice little bevel along the edge. This is gonna be a nice little stand for the infinity sculpture to sit upon. Now I'm gonna wrap everything up here tonight, but we're gonna pick up on a new project tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Alrighty, it's Thursday, we're back at the studio, and we got a new project that we're gonna be starting. We actually started this a couple months ago, but I haven't really had time to make progress on it, but now we finally have the time to actually get to work on it. This here is the project that we had started a little while ago. These are a bunch of glass squares that we're gonna glue together to create another infinity sculpture. So we're gonna take all this to the other side of the studio, we're gonna mix up a bunch of glue, we're gonna clean the glass, and then we're gonna see how much we can actually glue together today. I took the glue and I put it into a vacuum chamber. That way we can pull out all the air out of the glue so there won't be any bubbles. Now we're gonna get all the sheets of glass, we're gonna clean them and get them ready to be glued. Managed to get 2 full stacks glued up tonight. We're gonna put those aside and we're gonna let them cure for a few days, but it is getting late, so I'm gonna shut everything down and we'll return to this project tomorrow. These here are all the stacks that we glued together. We're gonna let these things cure for about 3 or 4 days, give or take. Then we can take off all the glue, all the tape, we can stack them up into pyramids and then re-glue them together. We only have 2 more sets worth of glass to glue together. My goal for next week is to have all of these here glued together, so we'll have all the stacks finished. Now it's also that point in the vlog where you have to wrap everything up. So if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to keep up with this project and all the other videos that we make here, then be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for your time.